I shouldn't have sold Zoom. I know it. I said I wasn't gonna say anything, and I'm not. I'm not upset with 300% return. Not mad at it at all. I just, I wish. I wish I would have been more patient. I had bought in it for a 2-week call. I sold it on day one when it went for 300% increase, which was cool and all. But as you guys can see right now, Zoom is trading at 290. It's hit its all-time highs. This call would still be good for one more week. If I would have still held my Zoom call for 270 strike price, I would be at $23.10 premium. Remember, times that by 100. So this call would have been worth, if I would have held it through, $2,300. I know I said I was gonna be more patient. I should have listened to myself. I picked the right one. I gotta stop being emotional. That was the most money that I had ever seen in a single trade. I could have held it even at least another day or two, because by the next 2 days, by Thursday, it was at about $1,800. And even then, I probably would have sold it then. In the last video, I talked about how I bought 3 calls, American Airlines, Twitter, Zoom. I put all that in the market. I also bought 3 stocks, Snapchat, Rocket Companies, and DraftKings. And I wanted to give you guys an update as how it did. American Airlines, I lost it all. It expired worthless, $58. I messed up. I bought in the hype, and I bought when I'm starting to learn. I'm buying emotional, my gut. I'm buying emotionally. I have to go based off of the stocks. Okay, Twitter, Zoom. Those are the 2 I bought. I bought Twitter on Friday the 14th for $1.18 strike price. I said it was gonna go up to $38. It did. Twitter went up to about $39. I ended up selling it. So Twitter, I bought it on 8/14. I'm looking at the 15-minute interval chart here, guys. It just lets me see more days. I bought it right about here, 37, and I bought it for a strike price of $38. Now, the reason I had bought it for 37 is 37 was its previous support line. $38, it's gonna go. It did end up going into $38. It actually went into $39. I think I sold it somewhere like around here. Somewhere around here. Because I think it did go to 39 when I sold it. I think I did sell at a good time. I did hold it for a couple of days. I sold that one on Wednesday, as you can see. I still made some money on that. On Twitter, I made 40% return. I made $48, 118 turned into 166. So also on Wednesday, when I sold my Twitter, I was getting brave. I was like, it's gonna happen. DraftKings, let's go get into DraftKings. DraftKings at the time when I purchased it on the 19th Wednesday, it was at about 37. It was right here. And this one, I woke up in the morning. It said DraftKings is at its highest. I had just gotten out of bed. I was not even looking at the chart and into this chart, and I decided, you know what? I think it's gonna go to 40. I purchased it 110 premium. So it's $110, and then next thing you know, it's immediately sold off. Does this sound familiar? I still think it's gonna come up, because if you look here, it already kind of hit its previous low from the beginning of the week. 34. It could continue to drop, but right now the finals are going on. Sports are in right now, so it should bounce back up. But now I only have one more week with it. I'm hoping it kind of goes back, but the thing is, I have a lot of ground to make up because I bought it at a high point. Now that I'm looking at it, I should have seen that, okay, it's up here, it's up in its highs. But if you look on over the last, I guess, month, at least in the month of August, it has never hit this peak. I should have not purchased it. I should have waited to a pullback. Even here, if I would have bought it on this pullback, again, there's 2 times where it could have bounced up, but it pulled back and then it immediately sold off again. DraftKings is not my friend right now, so I am losing on that one. DraftKings, I'm down $92 right now. I'm really hoping for a big push because it does expire this Friday. As far as stocks, I did want to give you guys an update. For the week, I opened the week at 836, closed at 114.17, so that was a 69% return, which is amazing. I will still take it. It could have been huge, man. It could have been huge. There was a point where the account reached $1,500, but then I bought DraftKings, and then yeah. But man, Zoom, and it has its earnings report coming out not this Monday, but next Monday, and all of that stuff still wouldn't hold it because Little poor kid saw too much money, and he's like, oh no, that's too much. Take it. Yes, I'll take it. And I gotta learn to play ball better. But anyways, okay, cool. So I wanted to give you guys also an update on the stocks that I bought. So Snapchat, Rocket, and DraftKings. So as you guys recall, Snapchat, I bought at $21.69. It's currently at $21.60, so I am down 27 cents since I got 3 shares. Rocket, I bought it at $19.01. It's at $26.50 per share, and I have 5 shares of that, so it's an increase $7.49, so I'm up $37 on Rocket. At DraftKings, I bought it at $33.73, so even with the high and the low, I'm up $6.60 on that one. Pretty good returns on those stocks, and I told you that those were specifically chosen because just looking at it was on its lows. It had hit a line of support. You buy low, sell high. That's ultimately what you want to do, even though I'm not listening to myself. So this Friday, I did not buy any stocks. I did look through it. I wanted to see if there were any that were at its lows, so I can buy it right before market closed, and then we'd start off the week with them. So I was not able to find any. This morning, I kind of went in to look at the market. The ones I have this week, though, I'm looking at 4, and I actually started doing more research on puts. I think I was confused when it came to the money that you have to put for a put. If you're buying a put, I think it's the same as buying a call. If it goes down to that price, then you're good. If not, then it just expires worthless. When you're selling a call or selling a put is where you need to have the capital in the account to be able to cover. You have to be able to cover the 100 shares or the equity in the account to be able to do those. I think it's 100 shares if it's a call, and then if it's a put, then you need to have enough money as far as how much 100 shares is worth. With that being said, I want to try doing puts next week at market open. I'm going to check out, these are the stocks that I am going to be looking at. If you look at the first one is Roku. So Roku, its current share price is $147.13. I want to get a call for $160. It's currently at a $226 premium with a 2-week expiration, so September 4th. Now, just to kind of show you what I'm looking at, again, I don't recommend this with calls and options. It is riskier. You're not actually buying any assets. It's intrinsic value, and intrinsic value, it doesn't really mean anything. It's only worth something at that point in time, and it has an expiration date. Once it expires, if you made the right move, cool. If not, then it's gone. Unlike a stock, when you buy in a stock, if you have it, it goes up and it goes down. So even if it went down, you would still own a piece of that company, that stock, and it could potentially go up. But now with that out of the way, so with Roku, here's why I want to play Roku. Right now, Roku, if you look, its support line, which is kind of the line that keeps bouncing off of it right now, it closed at 147. So I believe that it is going to rise back up. Now, the call of 160 is a stretch, I believe, from 147, but we do have a previous in the month where it did hit those highs. It actually went as far as 163. Right now, the reason I want to purchase it is that it is on its it is on the support line of what you could the previous supports. The other one that I'm watching is Rocket. So Rocket, the one I have stock in, or Rocket just recently came into the market. As you can see here, it actually just came in this month. It hit its high here of the high was 26.85. We are currently above that. But because we're up there, stocks go up and stocks go down. I believe it's gonna go down. So Rocket, I have a put for $21. 21, the reason I'm doing down here, because even if it goes to 23, which is cool because I own stock of Rocket, but it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down at some point this week. So you wanna make money by playing both sides. You wanna play the ups and you wanna play the downs. And as far as the reading of the chart, this is considered technical analysis. It's on its highs. Now, it could continue to just go higher, but it's going to go higher in waves. Even if it goes lower than $26, I still make money. Snapchat, it's currently trading at $21.60. I am thinking of a call for $22.50, down 64 cents, and it's 2 weeks. $22.60, I'm saying, so it's kind of like right there. If you notice, there is a bunch of lines of support there. It has broken it 1, 2, 3 times, but it has hit it Once, twice, three, 9 times. 9 times it's bounced up. It's gone up more than down. So it just based off, again, looking at the charts, right now would be a good time to buy a call of Snapchat. I'm looking at a 2150 or 2250, which in a sense would be right about, almost right about there. And as you can see, in the month of August, it has already kind of hit those marks twice. Snapchat would also be a good call based off of my observation. Microsoft right now is at 214.85. It's kind of back up to its all-time highs. It's not specifically there, but I'm thinking a put of 210 would be a good call this week. The premium right now is at $308, so that's the most costly of all of these, but $308 with an expiration of 9/4. It would be a put for 210 in the month of August. Been about at that 209, so it might even go past the 210. It has had previous support at 211, so it might not hit 210. Again, it's not a lot. It could go down more, but I'm just taking the small wins. I'm taking the small wins. I'm kicking my butt on the whenever I'm missing these big wins, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. That's what's going on. Last video, like I said, I put all my money in the market. It was $700 and I closed that at $14.19. So obviously doing something right. Still doing a lot of stuff wrong, I'll tell you that. Do not think that I'm not scared every day. I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, all right, it's cool. This DraftKings one, I had already taken big losses before. The fact that it's money that I didn't have before, I technically still don't even have it. It's all still in this account, but with it being money, it's more than what I started with. Right now, I'm playing with house money, and scared money make no money, right? Again, I am not a professional. I am an amateur of the amateur. How to trade stocks for dummies for sure. Learned off of YouTube University. Just watching videos, researching terms, trying to understand it. I may be doing this completely wrong, but I might be doing something right if I haven't necessarily lost all my money. Now I'm losing money. All in all, I've done 7 trades. I have won on 4. I have lost on 2. I'm losing on my 3rd. So I'm a little over 50%. I'm a 50-50. As far as the funds go, all in all, I'm up about $766, even chalking that one up to a loss. This is fun. A lot more people are getting into the market. Stocks are no longer just for Mr. Businessman on Wall Street. Stocks are right at the palm of your hand on your phone. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys really are interested in learning, start with stocks. Do not do options, not until you fully understand the concept of reading these charts. I don't necessarily know how to review even an earnings report. I'm not trading off of that. I am trading just based off of the charts, the technical analysis. I definitely am still learning. I'm still making mistakes, and I'm gonna continue making mistakes because that's how you learn. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Give it a like. Please follow. If you have any questions on anything, let me know in the comments below. I will try to make a video on that. Other than that, laters.